Hello and welcome, my cute little white flowers with yellow things in the middle, all surrounded by a bunch of leaves. It's SJB here, and today we've got another fancy pants video for you guys. We've got a 2 Mega Pops. Now, I've got to probably take this ball away from my dog. I hope that you guys cannot hear this squeaking that has been plaguing me for the past few minutes. But yes, we're plagued. We're plagued by this squeaking. Nonetheless, today we have a 2 Mega Pops challenge. Now, 2 Mega Pops is an interesting challenge because it allows you, as a random tower, to pop like 99% of the Bloons on Chimps mode. That by itself is ridiculous if you really get down and think about it. Now we're taking it to the new level, and we're going to try to do this with our heroes. We've done it with Soda, we've done it with Adora, and we've done it with Quincy, baby. And now we're going to try to pull it off with Churchill. Now, I think a lot of people would just automatically think that Churchill is probably going to be one of the easiest 2 Mega Pop heroes out there, and I would actually disagree with that. And now we segue to my sponsor, you guys. You guys support my channel so hard, so huge shout out to you guys. If you want to support me as well, go to the creator support section, type in lowercase letters S, J, and B, and hit confirm, and you're all set up. Thank you guys so much. I think the main reason why he's actually somewhat difficult is because he's so expensive. $2,160 to get him going up in here is a very large hurdle to jump over, while also trying to put down a tower in a place that makes reasonable sense, that will not steal a bunch of pops later on in the game. It's tricky, dude. And also try to be, like, pretty efficient, so you can actually get Churchill down, like, pretty quickly over here. So, anyways, I felt like an engineer was a pretty good idea for us, because the engineer is going to allow us to start off by popping a decent amount of balloons without stealing literally everything later on in the game, while also allowing us to eventually get an overclock engineer. So we wasted literally $0 on this play as well, because we were planning on getting an overclock eventually. So that's the plan. We just kind of have to, like, see if this is going to end up working out the way that we're hoping it's going to work out. I mean, I like to imagine that things are going to work out really well, but I just can't guarantee anything here. Starting off round 14, not too shabby. Looks like things are going down pretty smooth. If we're going to lose anything, I think round 15 would be the round that we're probably going to lose on, though 16 and 17 can be oddly tricky sometimes. Here we go. We got pink balloons coming in here. I'm going to put this guy in strong for a quick second. Might have to switch him back to first in a little bit. Try to be fancy with this. Back to first. All right, we're chasing a little bit. I don't like the chasing, but looks pretty good. We do take down round 15. Beautiful. I just know that that's a tough round, and if we were going to lose, it's probably the round we're going to lose on. All right, so in the grand scheme of things, losing 1,000 pops before we even put down our first tower. All right, it took us like 5 tries to beat round 16, but we're through it. I really gotta, like, try to get this down as fast as I possibly can. But like I was saying, 1,000 pops in the grand scheme of things, even 2,000 pops in the grand scheme of things. It sucks that 100% of your pops are not gotten by Churchill, but at the same time, you got a full 40k to work with here. And that makes... Ooh, we gotta get... did I get him down? Dang, I didn't get him down in time. Crap. Alright, that's not the end of the world or anything like that, but we do miss out on a smidge of experience here, which could lead to... Hopefully doesn't, but could lead to a cascading effect of absolute doom. For our... Oh my god, and black balloons here. Churchill can't pop. So I talked about Churchill's problem in just getting him down, but I did not talk about the other weaknesses to Churchill. First of all, black balloons. He cannot pop black balloons till he gets a machine gun, and then even when he gets that machine gun, it is not an automatic pop-up. It's like, okay. Oh, crap. And then I use my ability before these blacks. Ugh, dang. See, struggle-lugging, man. Struggle-lugging. We're not getting ready to lose yet, but we're losing more pops. Losing more pop. Oh, and I need... camo detection. And he's got no camo detection early game either. So we're going to have to get another tower that can pop camos. I think a lot of people are probably going to say, well, Chris, you should have got a nuclear sub or like a, you know, submergent support sub. Like, okay, fair enough. Probably could have got a submergent support sub for what we need. But it's also nice to have a safety net. You know, I don't feel horrible about having someone that's going to steal a few pops here and there. Probably less than like 200 or 300 by the end of the game. All it's doing right now is it's hurting our ability to actually get flowing in here. because we don't really have the right support towers yet. I want to go straight into an Elk Village combo. I actually want to completely skip glue if at all possible, because I don't think glue is going to be all that important for us. I still want to get a glue, but I'm going to go for a different glue compared to what a lot of other people probably would get. Normally, people would probably go for some sort of 102 glue, or maybe even a 011 glue. Fair enough. All good in the world of Bloons here. But again, because I've already lost so many pops, I don't care about what's happening right now. I care about what's going to happen on the last 5 rounds of the game. And because of that, I have to be extremely efficient with my money and make sure I get elks going, all that stuff. So, yeah, we're going to hope for it. But what I want to do is I want to get a village here. We want to put our alchemist as far away as we possibly can while still in range of Churchill. And hopefully this works out. So, yeah, okay, perfect. Because we got to watch out for the elk to randomly hit mobs over here, or maybe even over here. I mean, it doesn't seem like his range would be large enough to hit a mob, but you'd be surprised. And every little baby pop here, man, is probably going to count for us. So, got to start working. And it's official. Nice. Churchill has more pops than any other tower on the screen. That is the first step in any other 2 mega pops challenge for us today. All right, cam detection. We're going to rely on our spike factor here. And I probably will never even buy the cam detection on this guy, I think. But here we go. Berserker Brew. Nice. All right, so things are going. That's the main thing. Things are going. I still want to go Stronger Sim, and I still want to go for this Jungle Drums, and then I'm going to go for some sort of glue. But again, I think I'm going to go for a middle path glue rather than anything else, because I think the Bloons, specifically the black Bloons, are going to be the biggest problem for us. But I could probably combine 2 glue gunners together. You know what? I may end up getting a radar scanner later. We'll see how this goes. But yeah, we'll see how things go. I'm not guaranteeing anything yet. But for right now, you know what? Let's go Jungle Drums first. Every little bit of popping power is going to matter here. Let's go for it. Oh, yeah. Things are smooth, baby. Things are smooth. Look at that pink popping power. Annihilating them. Woo! And we got automatic cam detection now. That's why I didn't want to buy it by this guy. I was just letting Spike Factory deal with round 24 and 33. All right, so the next big problem for us is going to be round 40. And if we can pop round 40, I think we're going to be good for a while. You know, like, straight up. Like, I don't think we're going to have, like, any issues. Pretty much at all for a while. So it seems weird, but what I'd like to do is sometimes when I'm making a video, I write down a couple topics that I like, that I feel like I could make a conversation to talk to you guys about, or just something random that I kind of have on my mind or whatnot. Sometimes I just write those down, and then if I'm able to talk about the strategy the entire time, I talk about the strategy. And sometimes I just jump over and I talk about this random crap that I've got going on in my notepad. Today, I feel like we should talk about the random crap in my notepad, because honestly, Churchill is difficult to work with, but he's not ridiculously difficult to work with. We don't have to do any crazy micro here and there. It's more about just kind of making things happen a little bit. So we're going to go for a middle path glue. I'm thinking all the way up to glue hose, and I definitely think I don't think lasting longer is going to matter. I think we want to soak. So let's do that, and hopefully that'll kind of get us through. And we definitely want to run on strong too. Get that black layer going for us. We got most of the support we're going to need for a long time. We're going to go glue hose, and then the next thing we're going to buy is probably our engineer, our overclock engineer. Yes, again, I'm sorry about the squeaking. If you guys have, I don't know if you guys can hear that very well, but if you can hear like a minute amount of squeaking in the distance, that is Lily currently going to town on her toys. And the thing is, I don't want to stop it, because it's either she squeaks squeaky things and plays with toys, or she goes in the other room and steals clothes like socks and underwear and boxers and hoodies and things, and starts trying to chew that up instead. So I'd much rather her chew up the toys like she's supposed to. So it's like, it feels bad for me to like take it away from her, you know? So sorry guys. If that's a deal breaker for you and you gotta watch a different video, I'm sorry. I understand. I respect your decision. But hopefully you guys want to work with me and just you'll deal with a little bit of squeaky action in your life, just here and there. I'm pretty sure you can hear it, but it's probably pretty quiet. Probably doesn't bother you all that much. But at the same time, I know that there's some people that get annoyed by the stupidest things. And you know what? I respect that. I get it. I understand it. So anyways, I was going to get down and I was going to tell you guys kind of a story or slash just an existence of the weirdest teachers that I've had. So, I guess my first question is what was the weirdest teacher you guys have ever had? It's not really a competition necessarily, but I think sometimes it's fun to talk about, like, oh, I had this teacher and they were freaking crazy. The weird thing is that weird does not necessarily mean bad. I think I've had a really, really weird teacher, but he was a good weird. And I wanted to tell you guys that story today first, and then if we have time, we'll go into the weird bad. But I hope I don't have to get there. All right, so here we go. We've got this glue. I left him in the middle of the map. I'm just going to go for the radar scanner just so I have the cam detection. It seems so silly, but just to have it for the rest of the game, for all the towers in the range here, nice to have. I'm also going to go for a Moab glue. I'm going to put him as far out as I possibly can here. Yeah, something like this. And I think that I can Moab glue all the Moabs coming in over here. I can obviously Moab them as they come around over here. Oh, let's overclock. And then I can also Moab glue as they're kind of leaving over here as well if we need to. It's not that expensive, but it is a decent chunk of change. All right, it's not nothing. Let's be honest with each other. So let's go for that. And then if things get really cray-cray, probably going to have to get some sort of weird ice tower or even a Sabo play to make it all go down properly. But anyways, hopefully we can make this all go smoothly and still get most of our pops going. Less than 2K. Add them all together. Yeah, we're less than 2K for everybody in totality. I said totality so weird. I'm sorry about that, guys. I'm sorry about that. Okay, Moab glue, and we're gonna go for the. I am indeed gonna go for the glue splatter. All right, I'm just feeling it. I'm feeling it. We're gonna put them on strong. All right, that's my plan. Let's see if it all works out. Now, my next idea here is probably Perma-Brew. I mean, we don't really have that many crazy things we can do, but we can go Sabo, we can go Ice Tower, we can go for a fourth-year village, or we can save up for that Perma-Brew. And if that guy makes it happen for us, that would be delicious. One other thing that we could do that just doesn't work out in this situation is going for an Energizer to make our ability come back quicker. Sadly, like I said, not the plan for today at all. Just want to throw it out there that is technically a possibility. But in this position, he's going to steal so many pops, he'll probably literally kill us. Because I don't think the major issue for us in this video is actually beating chimps. It's more about getting the 2 million pops that everybody else is stealing the crap and getting it, stealing the 40,000 or so pops that it needs to make us lose and not get 2 million. All right, that's the basic idea here. Anyways, let's talk about my favorite weird teacher in existence. All right, this guy was weird. All right, I gotta be sure that he was a weirdo. And straight up, right from the get-go, we can talk about physical weirdness. This guy was 6'9" or 6'10", so he's very, very tall. And keep in mind that like this is me in my freshman year of high school, so I'm like 5'3", 5'2" at this point. I'm pretty small, you know. Yeah, it's going pretty well. Decently well, at least. So I'm pretty small. No big deal, obviously, but 5'3" compared to 6'9", like, he's pretty intimidating, to say the least, you know? Just, like, looking at this guy, like, whoa, this guy's huge. And not only was he tall, I gotta admit, he was I don't know how to put this a nice way, but he's pretty tall in the opposite direction as well, all right? I don't want to say completely fat, per se, but he was, he's probably had to be at least 400 pounds. In fact, he even did some weird thing where he was, like, doing, like, a weight loss thing for money, where, like, kids could sign up and donate certain amounts of money based on how much weight he lost. It was very weird, but he followed through with it and lost, like, 10 pounds, and the kids actually paid up, which was pretty cool. But I want to get down and talk about two things. Just kind of my introduction to this guy. So again, I'm a freshman in high school when I have this guy as my teacher. And the weird thing about our school is we had a basically like a south building and a north building. We also had like an east building and a central building. No west, though, for some reason. Kind of weird. But the south building to the north building only really had one hallway that got you from A to B. And this hallway was clogged as a mofo with people. There was literally people would be stepping on your the back of your feet, and you would be stepping on people's feet on accident because it was just so clogged and you could not walk quickly. Literally, it would just get a traffic jam of people. It's kind of absurd to imagine traffic jam of people. And I don't know if this is super duper common in a lot of high schools or whatnot, but for my high school, it was pretty common. We were one of the largest, I guess, class sizes And every time it just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And they definitely need to do some sort of like expansion of that high school or something like that. But I found out later that we're actually one of the biggest classes ever. You would think that they kept expanding, but they actually started to get smaller after that, which was intriguing, to say the least. All right, money-wise, we're 1/3 there to Perma-Brew, but I can't really say things are going good right now. Things are just kind of going okay right now. Yeah, it's just good enough. Pop count, yeah, I can still go pretty good. 132, less than 2K. I'll take it. Alchemist starting to steal some pops, though. 250. 250. For the grand scheme of things, again, that's like nothingness. Who cares? Even if he gets 5K, I don't give a crap. All right, not one crap. Not one crap to give today. To get from the south building, especially upstairs south building, all the way over to the furthest... I was literally in the north building on the furthest class, all the way down at the very end of the hallway. The only way it could have been worse if I had to also go upstairs in the north building. So I'd have to go back downstairs, all the way across the main building, go to the north building, then I would have to go up the stairs and go all the way over. But instead, I just didn't have to go upstairs. So it's just about the longest you could possibly experience as far as walking goes. And it just so happened that I had, like, 3 other kids from my English class in my history class, which was intriguing, to say the least. And it just so happened that all of us were not making it in time to get to this guy's class. So we were getting there, honestly, like straight up, like seconds late in most situations. But he would be standing out of the class, and he would literally, at the moment that the time would go off, he'd close the door. And then after he closed the door, he waited till we got there, and then he would be like, all right, what's your name? Okay, you get a tardy. All right, what's your name? Okay, you get a tardy. And it was sucktastic, to be completely honest, because keep in mind, like, I'm kind of freaking out a little bit, because tardies are actually kind of a big deal. I think your first tardy, nothing happens. Second tardy, you get like a verbal warning, or quote-unquote. And then a third tardy, you get a detention. I'm like, well, suck my nutsack, bro. I don't want a detention because I literally physically can't walk from location A to B because there's too many people in the way. Keep in mind, I'm a fast walker, guys. I walk fast. All right, if you imagine those people that, like, you know, like, even if you think you're the fast walker in this situation, I'm probably a faster walker than your fast walking situation. I'm a very, very fast walker. I would say I walk faster than 99% of people. I'm not bragging or anything like that. It's just kind of a fact. I actually don't like that about myself. I wish I walked slower, but I'm weird. I don't know. I'm like, gotta be efficient and crap. I don't know what it is about me, but I'm just goofy in that situation. So, I tried to do this fast, and I couldn't make it. So he, for the first 2 days of class, was like, tardies. And then by the third tardy, where we're like literally about to get detentions, he's like, so what's going on here, guys? Like, what can we do about this? And somebody stuck up for them and like, this is garbage. This is BS. This should not exist. We're literally doing our best to go from here to there. We don't even go to our lockers or anything like that. And basically he was like, well, here, this is what I'll do. We'll have a vote. And if you guys think that you guys shouldn't get detentions or tardies for being late to class, that's fine. We'll allow that. And there was like 4 of us. And we're just like, okay. We vote to not have, not get tardies. And he's like, okay, no problem. No more tardies. He's like, just try to get here on time. And like, that was it. Straight up, that was it. He's like, just try to get here on time. Luckily, in like a week or 2, I don't know what happened. People dropped out of frickin' school, or people got more efficient at doing other things. I don't know what happened, but it made it significantly easier to get from the south building to the north building. There was just less people in the hallways or something. Ooh, 75. Pretty tricky here. Doing okay. Still getting most of the pops. Glue is still doing an okay job. Engineer still stealing some. He's up to over 2K at this point. Ooh, crap. We definitely got to use our ability here early. Early ability. Let's see what's going on. 76. Problem? Mild. Mild problem. Not mega problem. If those retens, though, are going to be that bad for around 76, 79 could be pretty brutal. We'll have to see if our glue ends up actually doing its job here. All right, let's do that and that. Combine it together. Finish this off with a nice ability. Delish. Looking good here, friends. Looking good. So that was kind of my first introduction to him. Was like, oh my god, this guy, I don't really, you know, he's kind of like a tardy freak, right? Come on, like, give me a break. But after that experience, I was like, oh, he's just like letting us be tardy as much as we want. You'd think that people would want to take advantage of that. Just kind of come in whenever they want and dilly-dally and all that stuff. Surprisingly, nobody ever took advantage of it. That's, you know, that's kind of cool if you really get down and think about it, because you kind of respect people who are cool about things. Even as a high school freshman, like, respect my authority usually does not get you any authority respected. Usually being cool about stuff, as long as you're not ridiculous about it, and realizing that some kids will sometimes take advantage of situations. Sometimes just being lenient with it and just being like, yo, what's up? Don't do that no more. That's not cool. Sometimes that's enough to, like, make things happen properly. But any which ways, that was my first experience with him. And my second experience with him, that I just, like, I clearly remember, even to this day, was his introduction to world history. Okay? That was what this class was called, world history. So, how would most teachers introduce world history? Oh, crap, we got a regen problem. Yeah, let's blow up some BFBs real quick. Alright. Let's use our ability here. Let's see, this could be lucky. We got a lot of regen Bloons popping up over here, but not infinite. Oh man, I used my turbo bombs way too quickly. I think we're doomed. I don't think we got any chance here, bro. We got no chance. Okay, we got anti-regen here, but it's still not going to be enough. All right, so this actually should work out pretty well. I've got a regrow blocker in range of this village, which is also a regrow blocker. And I put it kind of just in the middle of everything, hoping that this is just going to work out flawlessly, ideally. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do something weird. I'm not going to use this ability at all. I'm going to try to just tank everything for a while and use this ability when I absolutely need it. And hopefully that'll just get us going where we want to go. There's a lot of glue action going on in here, and I don't know if that's a good thing. All right, we definitely have to use this ability. Definitely got to overclock. Oh, crap. We're getting overwhelmed hardcore here, but all the regens are gone if this goes well. All right. All right. Oh, this went a smidge better, but not that much better. Now we got a whole lot of BFBs to deal with. I'm just going to use the ability, even though I'm not sure that's going to be great. Yeah, we popped everything to mobs, which is not exactly ideal here. But the good news is I will have this ability back in time to make some cool crap happen, hopefully. And finish it all off. A few more reinforced Moabs left over. Oh, no. This is going to be tight, man. This is going to be real tight. Moab glue coming in to save the day. Yes! All right. As far as pops go, not too shabby. I'm happy with that. Sub 5K at round 80. I can deal. I can deal with that. But anyways... Where would a history teacher normally start world history? And that's what he did. He was like, he actually asked us the question, where should we start world history class? And, you know, it started off like some people were like, first words written down. Then somebody was like, well, he was like, is that it? It's like, well, what about cavemen? He's like, yeah, all right, caveman. Is that really where history started? And they were like, well, I mean... we could go back even further, you know, maybe like when, monkeys, people were kind of like monkey-ish, I guess, before that point. He's like, okay, can we go any further than that? Somebody was like, well, how about the beginning of Earth or the beginning of life? And they're like, yeah, okay, keep going. And people are like, well, yeah, obviously, yeah, the sun started before that. And they went all the way back, and eventually somebody was like, well, how about the Big Bang? And he's like, all right, yeah. Can anybody think of anything that happened before the Big Bang? And everyone's like, no, I think we figured it out. We started with world history by moving back in time to decide when we thought that history started. And I thought that was a really interesting and fun concept, and it still stuck to me to this day. By the way, $8,000 away from our delicious, amaze-tastic guy over here. Cool thing is, too, Churchill level 13. This is going to be the big game changer as far as pop power is concerned. 2 layers for Bloon. Extra damage to ceramics and higher. That is quite beautiful, if I do say so myself. We're going to go for early abilities today. I think this will work out. We just got the right positioning and everything for it. Kind of like build it all back up for when we got BFBs wrapping around here. And I think we're going to be able to afford everything that we need on round 83, hopefully. Maybe 84. That was maybe a little early, but I'm still comfy with it. I'm happy with it. So... anyways, we did these things called reflections at the end of at the end of most class. I think it was only on Fridays, maybe. I think it was only one time a week or something like that. These things called reflections, and we just reflected on whatever we learned that week. It didn't even need to be history class related. Just write down whatever we wanted. And he just said, write what you want. But if you want it to be history related, that's cool. Go ahead and do it. So, in one of the things, people were asking, you know, like when the Big Bang started. And I specifically, and nobody could get the answer. The history teacher himself did not know the answer. So I specifically went into the science book, and I looked up when did the universe start? How old is the universe? And I went and I wrote in my reflection that it happened 13.7 billion years ago, or so. Approximation. By the way, yeah, girl! I don't think anybody else is going to get perma-brewed, which is kind of sad, but you know what? We got the main boy here, perma-brewed, and that makes me a happy camper. And I actually wrote down in my reflection that it was 13.7 billion years, because I found that out later after we were talking about that stuff. And he actually brought that up to the class and said that I read some reflections, and I learned this information I want to tell you guys. And I thought that was really cool. Now, obviously, this is like after the internet, where we could have easily all just Googled things and whatnot, but most people are too lazy to do that kind of stuff. So yeah, it was, yeah, man, I don't really know. It just happened. It just happened. But I thought that was cool. He was actually reading our reflections about random crap that just was stupid. And it was literally like a couple sentences handwritten. It wasn't like a paper or something like that, like some people might be imagining. The next thing that I got to say about this guy is that we took a test. All right, and one part of the test, he would ask questions like the stupidest thing you could possibly imagine. Like, how many people in this picture are looking at you? No joke. These were real questions on my history tests. Keep in mind, they were open book tests. All right. He specifically made certain things interesting. Like, people would ask to have an open book test, and he's like, okay, great, yeah, we can have an open book test, but then he would make the test ridiculously difficult and or ridiculously weird. All right, this is where the weirdness factor definitely comes into play. Who the heck, in their right mind, any teacher whatsoever, would ask a question like, how many people in this picture are looking at you? It's just really, really, really weird, if you really get down and think about it. On top of that, there was some ambiguity to these answers and or questions, because like sometimes the answer would be like 4, 5, 6, or 7, and sometimes people would be like, well, no, the teacher said it was 6. It's actually not 6. It's actually 5 people. That one person only has one eye looking at you, and that doesn't count. All right, or like it's so weird. It was so weird. So we actually got to the point where we were going over our tests, and people started arguing about what the right answers were for the questions. All right, and the teacher turned it into basically a democracy. He said that, well, we can make we can make whatever the answer is, whatever the most people vote for it. So we were literally voting on the answers to the questions on our own open book test, and whoever got the most votes, that was the answer. Of course, that would make some people really upset about the situation, because they're like, no, I got the right answer in the first place. You'd be like, no, you got it wrong, because people wanted to change the answer. That's democracy for you. It was the most absurd thing ever. It's like, even to this day, it's just like, wow, this is really, 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 really absurd. And I realized, like, at the time, like, some of these things made me a little upset, because at the time, like, if you don't get a 90% in a class, you don't get an A, like, it can mess with your feelings a little bit, I guess. And some of these, when you have weird questions and weird answers like that is not an actual real thing you should be kind of testing yourself on. It's just goofy. Uh-oh. DDTs. Okay. We have to hope that Churchill can pop these guys, because I did not plan ahead for this at all. We got some Moab glue. That's good. That's good. How we doing? 1 DDT down, so it means we can pop DDTs at the very least. 2 DDTs down. We're going to use our ability here, and our third DDT will not go down. All right, so we got to switch our strategy. You know what? Let's do this first. Let's go for a MIB. This is going to allow my machine gun to pop leads, which I think will allow us to hit DDTs a lot better. If this doesn't make us easily pop DDTs, though, then I'm going to be kind of upset. It does look a lot better, though. That was a way quicker DDT pop. Oh, yeah, way, way better. We still had one other option of possibly going for like a Savo Ninja or something if we really needed to, but I am glad that we have been successful. Oh, yeah. Look at that deliciousness. Timing abilities for Churchill is also quite difficult. Like, I can't decide whether I should just wait or just use it up, just to kind of use it up nice and quick or whatnot. And I think we reached it. Yeah, level 13 is like our big level. And machine gun, 1 additional air per shot. That's pretty nice too, dude. This is all just working out real nice like. Real nice like. And the next big step for us is call to arms. If we can get that guy going, I think it's GG. I think with a call to arms, I don't think we can lose this game anymore. But I should not be too confident, because too confident can be a terrible thing. Yeah, I don't know what else to deal with those tests. But then I also noticed that some people were kind of taking advantage of the situation. Some people were like, he's so chill and so lax and everything. Doesn't even make us bring books and all that stuff. That people were like ripping pages out of books and being kind of jerks about things that they didn't really need to be jerks about. But any which way, it was a very, very interesting class. I can't think of anything too crazy right off the top of my head that I clearly remember other than that happening. But it was an interesting class. And it made me realize that some teachers are more of just like random people, just like doing random things instead of like being smarter than me and more intelligent and all that stuff. Because I honestly, like straight up, for most of my life, like especially when I was a kid, like you looked up to teachers. Like they're most definitely way significantly more smarter than you and stuff like that. Once I got to high school, I realized it's not entirely the case. Okay, let's go for an early call to arms here. And then, yeah, we're going to hope that we get all this crap back for round 95's DDTs, because we're going to need it hardcore. Hardcore parkour. We got 3 of them back. 4th one, we'll get it back in time. Delicious. All right, so we're going to overclock to start off. We're going to go for a double. We're going to call to arms and our second ability here. We're going to wait for everything to be on the screen before we go for this ability here. I want all the DDTs on the screen. Every single DDT. Every single DDT. Come on, last DDT. When you coming out, when you coming out, when you coming out. Get out here. There it is. Last DDT on the screen. Use that ability. Take down what we can. We got a lot of mobs still to take down here. And no abilities left to do anything with. Good news is DDTs are all taken down. That's usually the hard part for us. Everything's really, really slow here. Hopefully with some good ability plays, we'll be able to take this all down. All right, turbo damage laser bombs. Turbo damage laser bombs. Uh-oh. Might have to do something a little different here because this is not going all that swell. Last overclock. Finish it off. And we do... Oh my god, dude, are you kidding me? Round 95, 1 reinforced ceramic sneaks through. Suck my balls. All right, I realized I have enough money for a Sabo. I think that's going to change the game in our favor pretty easily. If we were dying to 1 ceramic, a full-on Sabo should make things a lot easier. Hopefully. Hopefully being the key word here. Ideally, and we get our call to arms a little bit, I don't want to call it faster, but we get another one now because of the Sabo play. Oh, this is really, really, really close, though. Oh, my God. All right, how are we doing on pops? 4K. All right, no problem. 3K. Oh, yeah, we're like less than 10K right now. Life is good. Life's real good right now. But still, Churchill, I would not exactly say he's dominating. All right, let's keep the overclocks flowing. We're going to go for an early call to arms and just blow some missile loads here and see what's coming out against us. Let's go for one of these, but let's switch off not using both these at the same time. Normally, I like to combine together whenever possible because you get the most popping power out of it. But it seems like when we're using both of them at the same time, we're popping, like, all the balloons really, really well, but then we run out of anything to use, and we end up dying to something stupid. Oh, this ability seems like it's come back way quicker now. Oh, yeah, dude, I'll take that. I'll take that. All right, for some reason, 96 is just kind of easy, I guess. Where are we at on pops? 1.5 mil. Life is good. All right, we're just going to clean up without doing anything here. And I'll use this ability. Right, 97 is just oh my gods anyways. Nobody cares about Zermagurds. Plus, if we wanted to be fancy, realistically, we could, like, slow things down and try to keep them on the screen for a little longer or something like that. Ooh, he can reach so my gods over here. That's pretty cool. All right, let's slow it down early here so we can get it back for early around 98. We're just going to go for a double dose here as well, and hopefully that just kind of all eventually dies. Again, we're trying to get our abilities back again on round 98. That's the plan. Yes, that is the plan. I'm really thinking about using one of these, but I can't decide. Yeah, I'll take my chances. Let's see what happens. We're not that worried about things stealing our pops. Let's just keep this guy overclocked for sure. All right, and okay. Again, it's very, 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 very tricky for us to lose at this point in the game as far as pops are concerned. It's just about losing the game at this point, which is still possible. Bloons are getting all the way back here, and this is the biggest Bloon level in the game. We're going to go for a double dose of these guys. Kind of early, I guess, so we're going to Sabo it. Keep them on the screen for a little longer. Make sure our abilities come back. Yes, it's going very, very well. We're going to go for another one of these abilities while everything's piled up on top of each other. Beautiful, beautiful. We're going to go for this as well just because. And I'm going to try to use just this, and that'll be it. That's the plan, at least. Because we can't just beat round 98. We have to beat round 98 and set ourselves up for round 99 as well, which means I need to have some abilities ready to go. And I can... Yeah, I think I'm good. I think I'm good. All right, let's overclock one last time. And round 98's completed. We got a Sabo and 2 abilities ready to go here. We're just going to go for everything. Just an everything all at once. Take it down up to 198. Yes, and we got one more gotta go. Can we break 2 million pops? Okay, that was a little less than I wanted, but all right. I'll deal. I'll deal. Let's go for an early ability here. Every ability that you can use it because you're probably going to get it back second time. This is a little bit slow, though. This is not exactly what he's designed to do. We're going to need another one of these guys for sure to kind of clean us up. 198, 199, about to break 2 million. Okay, after this 2 million, though, there it is, 2 million. Okay, so now we have to beat the bad. That's the main thing. All right, so what I'm going to do is now that we have 2... Oh, my God, my dog. All right, we're going to get to 2 million pops. That doesn't matter anymore. We're going to go for the overdrive here. Actually, let's go all the way up to attack zone. Why the heck not? Some people like to, push over 2 million pops to as many pops as they can get. I don't really care. I just want to win. So let's try to win this up. Okay, let's Sabo. Overclock. This is going to be close. It's going to be uber close. I want to use this ability on the Bloons on the inside. So let's try to pop these guys as quickly as we possibly can. We don't want to wait too long on these abilities, though. Combine them together. Will it be enough? And we do. We take them down. We get a nice little baby sub-monkey right there. And we get 2 million. And did we really get 43,000 pops? That's kind of crazy. I guess we did steal a lot of regen pops on round 79. That kind of makes sense. Because normally you get about 243 altogether, and we stole about, almost 10,000 pops. We probably got an extra, 10,000 pops from the regen Bloons. Either which way, though, I'm loving it. And this isn't a McDonald's commercial. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you press that like button. Make sure you subscribe. Hopefully my interesting teacher stories were kind of fun. Maybe I'll get to the bad teachers eventually. The weird bad teachers. But I just went over the weird good teachers today. But I do not feel comfortable in popping enough DDTs and actually abilitizing stuff, so we're just going to call it there. Thank you guys for watching, and have a super duper delicious day.